Before we do get going, though, I want to thank Big Bad Wolf and Focus Home Interactive, Evolve PR, Terminals for the opportunity to play. I very much appreciate that, as always. Let me just get my tabs set up here. But yeah, we played the console quite a few months ago, right before I'd taken a break. And I think we'd play through the first 2 or 3 episodes, but as Ninja remembers, I was just like, I wasn't in the right headspace to really be playing it at the time. So we're back. We're going to play through it again, and now all 5 episodes of the game are out, so we can play through everything and get a full feel for it this time. So, excited to jump back in. I was watching Dwoalin play this recently. The pacing for me was maybe my biggest issue with this, and she was comparing this. This game has come out, obviously, since the console, but Vampire. We'll see. We'll see. I've never played Vampire either, but I could see that. So let's hop over here. But it could just be, I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure a game like this being paced quickly would really make a whole lot of sense. Like, it's got its moments of momentum and whatnot, but I'm not sure you would want a detective-type game to be so rushed through, you know what I mean? France, Paris, December 10th, 1792.
Stop!
Yeah, Whisper agreed.
You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No
Ninja, I don't even know who that is.
That's what you think.
Who is
the Golden
that?
Order knows exactly where we are.
I am so uncultured in Harry Potter. Have you not noticed this by now? I'm very uncultured.
I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
I've never even seen an entire Harry Potter movie.
I'll skin you alive.
Ninja. Like, completely all the way
No,
through.
Louis. I have no intention of beating your dear mother.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, though,
There are
actually.
more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back.
Harry Potter's life, I've heard.
Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert.
I've heard.
You can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
That's Lavender
No
Brown.
idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
And Ninja, don't you mean...
Stop
Ouch.
annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Apparently not.
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours.
A liter of vodka.
You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open.
And open.
I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is.
Was he yelling so
You'll let Mother
loud?
go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero?
He's like 3 feet away from him.
Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Al-Azif.
This. Trust me.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
They all seem
Couldn't be
quite
better.
underwhelmed through
He's
that
alive,
entire
so
encounter.
I can question
Just
him
like,
after
this
we
is
get
normal.
back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I had a feeling
I can
you'd be
alt-tab in
running
this
off on one of your
game.
adventures
Thank
again,
you.
Mother. You know what?
I can
I
alt tab
warned
and
you.
do
This
things while it
time,
keeps
I'm coming
playing.
with you.
Oh my god, it's such a
No.
luxury, I'm telling
Even though
you.
you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Wow.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von
Rude,
Borchardt.
right? Ninja. Don't make this what you're gonna make this. Did you ever... I'm asking because I used to watch this all the time, and I know exactly what your ass is gonna say. Did you ever watch the original Iron Chef, like, back in the day? Like, well, here it was late night. It was Japanese with, like, the English overdubs and whatnot. But I always just remember the original Iron Chef, the whole... Ah! Cuisine! Like, that whole thing is what that guy is, like, that whole... How is it? Wait. You have no idea what Iron Chef is? What? Have you never heard of Iron Chef at all? Never? I feel like, yeah, it's more of a cardinal sin for me not having seen Harry Potter, because that's
Well
way
done,
more
Mother.
widely
You just
accepted
had to pick
and
up
known.
Bertrad's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island?
Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
The Council. Episode 1. The Mad Ones. Once we get into, like, where I won't be
The least he could do is explain
speaking
to me
over
how he
him, I'll
managed to lose you.
elaborate.
In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both.
Is he
invited
saying his
by
mom is
Stanhope.
Well, how very
Gollum?
amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Stanhope, the invitation came from him.
Well, I
A weird
simply
Emma
can't wait
Watson?
for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir,
I
what
think
brings you
Nedge
here?
compared her.
Your Eminence, with all due respect,
Compared her to,
I prefer to keep my reasons for coming
Kristen
here
Stewart,
to
I think.
myself. I
Like,
promise.
facial
it has
expression-wise.
nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself
Yeah.
fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island. And only
Her
a
back,
very
though.
few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You'll see. You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess.
I mean,
A duchess?
Ninja's got a thing for her back already. Educational.
If I'd
For
known,
science, right?
I would have gone for a better suit.
Uh-huh. Totally.
Are you all right?
So I mean, She's wearing a corset, isn't she? Which usually does that. Oh, right. There was a lot of boob talk watching Nedge talk about this.
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me.
Wait,
Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
It's like he's dying. You're like, oh, you alright? Kind of. How is that dress?
I definitely have to find Mother.
Discussing the back of her dress?
Am I going crazy
Are her
or
boobs
what?
the only thing
This
holding
can't be real.
that
It
up?
touches around
Because
with
like,
me.
there's literally she has no back to her
happening?
dress. There's no.
I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Yeah, but it's like it comes down to like an insanely deep V in the back. Oh my god, why is this sensitivity so high? Is this what I left it at when I played last time? Maybe I used a controller. That seems a little more reasonable. Even at 14%, it's really... You can feel it? This is at 14% right now. I feel like I might drop it even lower. Oh my god, that's like a drastic... That feels pretty okay. Dare me to put it on 100?
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Okay, so I remember this, that we had the three choices. We've got diplomat. The diplomat shines in society. A talented speaker. Well, that's already not me. He avoids faux pas, and he can convince those in whom he is talking without offending them. Politics is his field of predilection. Yeah, words. Like I said, not speaking is not my strong suit. And I will do that as soon as we get out of this, ninja. Occultist. The occultist is a master of deception. Convinced of the importance of knowledge, he has acquired extensive expertise in science and the arts. Using others to achieve his own ends does not bother him. Or we've got the detective, which excels in investigation. He is trained to notice every detail in his surroundings as well as in people he questions. A hands-on man. He does not shy away from the direct approach. I feel like I'm bouncing between diplomat and detective, honestly. Sounds smartest, yeah. Pun right. Decisions. That's right. We have the skill trees. Your past granted you 1 skill point in manipulation. Your past, interesting. Kill trees, what? No, I did not say that. Wait, what? I'm trying to remember. What did I just say? That sounded like kill trees. Something did, now that you said that out loud. Oh, skill tree. Yeah, skill trees, kill trees. Yeah, okay, I could see that. We're only 1 letter off. Divide people's attention. Change the subject or avoid questions. Convince people with the sheer force of your will and your attitude. Express your grasp of geopolitical situation, nation's interest.
Well, I've devoted myself to the interests of France to the best of my abilities. A few years ago, I had a brush with some of your fellow countrymen.
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away, thanks to a little diversion.
Like stomachache?
To keep the sans-culotte away.
Ninja will be here.
Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London?
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
In the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Opportunities. Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select the object that is the most suggestive of the situation in order to discover them. Opportunities do not consume effort points. To access the skills required, the skill required for the situation, you used to have unlocked it.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Personality. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
I think my cam is... I think I remember this happening now. That this game made my cam go out of sync for some reason. It's all coming back to me. Talents. You obtain talents when carrying out certain actions. Remember to review their unlocked conditions and effects, as they offer very interesting improvements. Review all talents in the dedicated tab in the menu. don't know, I feel like this is...
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richer.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir.
You just popped out of nowhere,
you must
sir.
be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Uh-huh.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Skills. Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost in the effort points. Is in the effort points. Browse your skills by using character tab.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials S.D.R. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet.
Mm-hmm.
I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
That handkerchief belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But, sir,
I'll speak directly to your master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Of course, sir. Please, take it. On that note, I must leave you, sir. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Right.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur. You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Looking for clues, looking for clues, looking for all those clues.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest. Somebody replaced it recently. It looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here. Ah, shit! It's not coming up. I'll never manage it barehanded. I need something to lever it with.
Something to lever it with. I think there's some kind of like a crowbar nearby. Or something similar. You know that's gotta be locked. Open the gate, yeah, because that's not gonna be that easy.
Open barehanded.
Maybe I need to turn my This seems a little better. I forget if this game tells you... Stuka, what's up? How's your day going? I forget if this game tells me when I've found everything or not, like clue-wise in an area.
It's like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
If it goes well, I'm glad.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
That's looking better. I think. I went to a candy store and got some candy. So what kind of candy did you get? This is need to know information.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
There's our tool.
Looks like a bar from an old gate.
Yep.
This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
Oh yeah, take the bar.
This might just come in handy.
Some more. Some royal jelly. I think it's a reflection from the water I'm seeing. Sometimes it looks like it's sometimes it looks like it's a clue, but it's not.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special. Let's see what's hidden inside.
Yeah, let's take a little look.
Let's look.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address. The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
This letter's in Japanese. It's addressed to a certain Kei Shotaro in Tokyo. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
A lot of letters in here.
Probably a Dutchman. This envelope is meant for the Vatican. This name sounds familiar. Prashi. No. Can't seem to place it. Hôtel de Cluny, Rue de Mathurin, Paris. I guarantee this letter is for my mother. The address is a hideout for the Golden Order. If you write anyone over there, you have to watch out in case someone's reading your mail.
But who is this Samuel Ritter Dauchois?
See what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richer.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. We've never talked to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? Ah, it's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken.
Satisfied Beard, thanks for that
Very
follow.
close to the Queen.
I appreciate it.
Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud, very attached to the aristocracy, and close to Louis XVI. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
I don't know if we ever, I said it's been a while since we'd played this. I'm like, did we ever look for more clues? I mean, we're at the end of the dock. We might as well keep looking, right?
See what's hidden inside. Let's look. Probably a Dutchman.
Whoa, Stoker! Oh man, that was it, just those. Check Discord. What is all that, Stuka? Like, candy-wise? Chocolate rocks and shells? Interesting. I've never seen those before. Sorry, I'm reading a message real quick. I'll have to get back to that person later. Alright, I think we've Discover. Oh, wait. We've got that bar now. We can go over here and open this up probably now. Where's that? Oh, more jelly. Is this the board? Or was that farther down? It's pulling bars out of our back pocket, you know, the normal.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside.
There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time.
And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother? Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. And the bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days. Shit, those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. What does all this mean? An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Probably to unlock that gate, maybe.
Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her. For crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here. You obviously feel like you're in danger. There we are. This looks like a pistol case.
It is.
But it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision.
I was gonna say.
And none of it's telling me anything useful.
Just like in your vision.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf.
Increase the maximum effort points by 1. Oh, good to know.
Amber.
And now this is go up for the mana. Or up to the mana. I don't know if we found her bag underneath last time. I don't think we did. For some reason, I don't think we found that stuff.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance.
Probably
Listen,
wise.
if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a
Probably a
secret
blunder.
society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Shit! All the same, it bothers me
I felt
to
like
see
that
you
was probably gonna be the
wandering
wrong
around.
choice.
Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
Yeah, you think that ain't gonna happen?
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Riche's word with the same fervor.
Ah, I would expect nothing less. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that
Oh, boy.
no one other than your mother will read it?
This one's tough.
Your Eminence, if there's one thing you can count on, it's the value of a promise made by a de Riche. Respecting our commitments has always been the pillar of our family, and nothing nor nobody will prevent that from happening. Since you know my mother, you should know that a de Riche always keeps their word. You can be sure of that.
Thank you, my son. It is most reassuring.
You're welcome, especially since I promised you nothing, my friend.
Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Riche. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of.
But I'm confused. He's like, we didn't promise anything. I'm like, but didn't we just?
Ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
It's like,
Well
I
played.
promised you nothing,
I'll
but you
decide later
did.
when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for it. Okay. But I would think if, you know, if we're gonna open this letter later, like, that's gonna be pretty noticeable that, like, oh yeah, someone's opened this. Isn't there a seal on the back? I would think that would be pretty obvious if somebody opened that. I would think anyway. Woo! Making all the noises. Ugh, man. I feel like I'm blowing all those points far too quickly. Way too quickly. That's gonna be a bad spot for that, I can already tell. That's gonna go there instead. Go to the group near the chimney. I mean, I guess that is like a giant.
I thought my chimney was big,
Having
but
some
this
audio
one is beyond belief.
weirdness
It's the
going on.
least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me,
No problem,
I've been
Whisper.
invited
We'll be
by
here
Sir
if you need
Horn,
anything.
a close friend of Lord
Love you.
Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception,
As I'm
he
over
always
here
finds a
drinking
moment to
caffeine
sit up a
myself,
chat with
basically.
all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah.
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Oh, shit.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case
It's Powder
has
Face.
delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision. My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh?
Ooh. I was just kind of randomly
Gee,
clicking and praying to God I hit
Ration?
something.
Am I dreaming, or are they talking about Pope Pius VI?
Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. You seem to know my mother well. Is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or closer.
Everyone knows Sarah, my son.
But you only know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Oh.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig
Maybe.
and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me.
Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Do you know the reason for my mother's presence here?
I haven't the slightest idea. No. She was invited by Lord Mortimer.
But you don't know why.
Not really. I was given to understand that your mother was looking for something.
And do you know how long my mother and Lord Mortimer have known each other?
Several years, I believe. They seemed to know each other for quite a while. But it was the first time that Lord Mortimer had invited her to join us here.
Good. And finally, would it be possible for me to speak with Lord Mortimer this evening?
I'm terribly sorry. No, he really is quite unavailable. But please rest assured that everyone is doing their best to find your mother.
All the same, it's not the Chateau de Versailles. It can't be that difficult to find her.
Worry not, my son. I am persuaded that we shall find the famous Sarah de Riche. No doubt with new adventures to share, huh?
No!
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Duchet.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Stand back, please, so she can breathe.
Elizabeth is accustomed to this kind of thing.
It looks like it's just a dizzy spell. Can you tell me something about her? The dizzy spell is harmless, but her general condition is frankly alarming. You seem to know her. What is she suffering from?
I don't know exactly, but her father sent her to us in the hope that she would recover all her faculties. It would appear she suffers from episodes of dementia.
Is she aggressive?
Sometimes, but only toward herself. She has never hit out at anyone else, I can assure you of that. She wasn't like that this morning. Something must have upset her.
That's one way to put it.
The poor girl is exhausted, but that's not the cause of her problem.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy,
Ah,
miss.
what? I didn't even see anything.
I just need to get back to my room.
Damn
Of
it.
course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
The sign of the beast. He's referring to the tattoo on her hand.
Yes, Your Eminence, I saw it. I don't know what the young woman has been through, but she is marked for life.
It is the least one can say. You know the meaning, don't you?
Protection against the evil one.
It is a rare practice reserved for cases of possession, Louis. I have seen it during exorcism.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical...
Where was there even a
I
chance?
won't
Nothing
disguise
popped
the
up for an
fact that I
opportunity.
find
It's like,
all
oh,
a
missed
little
it.
megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding...
Sometimes you just think it's a long pause
So,
for like a scene.
Who's that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest.
What do you
You
mean?
have perhaps already come across her in the corridor.
Nothing's even popped
She
up.
arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your room.
I'm calling bullshit on this. I'm so confused.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Now, let's find our room, shall we?
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Godoy. Oh, we are not Godoy. At least all the rooms have like note cards in front of them.
Huh, that's me.
It's you. Let's do the thing and go in.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ooh, that would have been so good to have.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Biaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Going to bed, something I excel at quite well. Yeah. I didn't fail, so that's a good start. Wait, was that the end of episode 1? That can't be the end already. Got 4 available points. Talent unlocked. Sober. Interesting. creepy.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Is he awake or is he... I'm so confused on what's happening. These cuts are really weird. Like that. Is that supposed to be Louis or is that supposed to be the servant?
Nothing like it for
I'm so confused on this.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant.
Is this like a graphical glitch?
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Is he walking into... I think he's walking into our room, isn't he? Okay, yeah, so he was... Interesting.
I'm coming.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
What?
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories. Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me. According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry. Louis, you're straying from your objective.
This game would very much benefit from some kind of guidance system, because trying to find these rooms sometimes was a real pain from what I remember. You're not drunk, you're smart. Woo! Usually those two things don't go hand in hand unless... typically. I think this is the salon here, isn't it? Yep. Just happened to look out and end up right at it.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Who do you think you are?
Forgive me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Let her go! Huh? Stay out of it, boy!
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy! If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home. I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots!
I believe in man. From speech comes dialogue. From dialogue, peace is born. And from peace, great destinies flourish.
The fuck are you talking about? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Aim true.
Whoa.
You only get one shot.
At this distance, even a blind man couldn't miss.
If you miss, you're a dead man, sir.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon.
We just
God, I'll
wasted
beat
a
you
lot
this
of points,
time, but
though.
Don't try it again.
This game is called the Council. Endless.
brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
We never really investigated this room the first time we played it. I think we walked immediately out.
Hey,
you're a little
these look
drunk,
like
I've
pages
noticed.
Taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Which is fine. Just don't go too crazy.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
We don't have a key for that yet. Could be in the room, though.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Oh, where's Ninja? Ooh, honey. Endless, what time zone are you in?
A Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
Oh, okay, so it's later. Well, here it's only barely 2 in the afternoon.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest. Lady Adams must have locked it behind her when she fled.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes? I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We
can see Neptune from here.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Go back to bed. Ooh. Oh. That replenishes those. Okay, that's cool. Endless, you do you. If you feel like you're ready to date again, you do.
Chinese coin.
I've been considering the same lately. Although I've been separated from my ex for like almost 6 years at this point. Well,
Lives
5.
of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Yeah, I can tell you're a little drunk. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Running, running, running. This around.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Bonaparte. He's so cute. Don't tell, shh. I mean, I doubt I know them.
Monsieur Jacques Peru.
Jacques Peru.
That's not the right way. That's not the right way.
And turn me around. You're yeah, I think you're real drunk. I'm a croissant. I mean, but who wouldn't want to be a croissant anyway? Honestly.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Croissants are delicious. Buttermilk. I was just going to use buttery.
Emily Hillsborough.
I was going to say buttery is a descriptive term for
Duke Manuel Godoy.
All right, this next room I think is ours. Butter me up.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
How much have you had to drink, Endless?
Don't worry about that anymore.
Just
Eminence.
a little?
I had to step in, but everything's under
Are you
control.
Are you real
What
sensitive
an
to alcohol?
adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian.
Some whiskey?
In these troubled
I'll
times,
do it.
we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do.
Then beer.
You did the
Oh, okay. Well,
opposite.
that explains it.
Good. Well, thanks for the news.
Is that like supposed to be like a cardinal
son,
rule
I
of
have
like
another
don't
problem.
mix?
I wanted to
like
speak
hard
to you
alcohol
about
and beer.
something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son.
Then tequila. Yeah, I
see that
think
it's
you've
sealed.
overdone
I
it a
was
little
right
bit.
to put my trust in you, Luis. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Only one shot of each. Shots can be potent though. But still, that's 3 shots at. I'll be Gucci.
Exhausted.
All right, just take it
Go to
easy.
bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
A lot of things we could have done differently. Success, fail path.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind. The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on, but doesn't. Writing material.
It's always Jack Daniels, isn't it? Didn't I just see a symbol there? Yeah, Kaw is also quite a fan of Jack Daniels.
Last Judgment.
From what I've heard.
Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
A fair point.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the
Jack,
case
I'll
that
never let you
concerns us.
go.
By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer. Dear Monsieur de Richet,
If I hadn't read about that key, I wouldn't have seen it.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases. Inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices.
Is that teapot single? My God.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
I feel like there's a Mrs. Potts from the Beauty and the Beast reference in there.
A Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
You loved Belle. Get me my waiter. Sounds like you need one.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Lemons.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked.
Game looks so pretty.
This book has been put back the wrong way round.
Oh.
A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages.
You'd take a nap? Honestly, I feel like I could take a nap myself.
Message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
You need us some powder.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Use the soot from the fireplace, the ashes. I don't think you would take ashes with your bare hands, but okay. Especially hot coals and that.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it. There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. All right, I've retrieved everything.
Oh, that's right.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
And out we go.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. It might be better to take a different stairway.
You can step aside for 1 second. Let's go down the stairs.
The door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richer. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holm.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richer's son.
Yes. Why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island.
So you're just
What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer.
It's
but
called
she
the
seems to have gone
Council,
missing.
Muffy.
So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
The Psycho Simulator? Yeah.
Look, I've
Like
got-
that.
Wait.
Opportunity
I need
missed.
to know
Like,
more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Elizabeth.
ew.
Fighting in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back? Or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Ew.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes,
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
she's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her.
Oh.
Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
How far am I into this? So there's 5, like, chapters or episodes, whatever you want to consider it. I guess episodes. We're only in the first one. We're like 2 hours into it. I've played through the first 2 or 3 episodes before. Well, that's really terrifying. Endless, what happened to the nap you were gonna take? Yeah, so only like a couple hours into this. We're on the first floor, too.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, sir. That is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable Sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, sir?
Dwoalin's the best, right, Dwoalin? I'm alright. Apparently, this is where I need to be. You're more or less here. We're looking for our mother.
Welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests.
I'm wondering. Let me see something.
They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph
On the shirt, right?
von Wollner,
I
Minister
love this
of
Chucky
Religious
shirt.
Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte,
Rugrats for life, I
Lieutenant
agree.
of the French Revolutionary Army, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
I was only joking.
Who does not know a person?
Better that way.
Peru looks totally out of place here. He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself.
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly.
Oh man, it
The
was an
French
opportunity
Revolution
missed because
gives
you
him
don't
terrible
have
headaches.
that skill yet, maybe.
Understand. I shall feel better too as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Exactly.
A Prussian-Britannic coalition is not good for France. The last time we fought against them, our empire went up in smoke.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity.
Destin!
Typically French.
What's up, man?
A Soudan, isn't it?
You're back to work. How are you? Why are you still up?
Mistaken. This is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a
In a second, I was going to say, I'm like,
from
this
the
is.
rule, but I count on your discretion.
Usually you're in bed by now.
Don't worry.
Come say hi. Well, I
appreciate
appreciate
the
it,
same great
Destin.
varieties as you.
It's always good seeing
I
you.
remember the last time we tasted that nectar
A damn
here at
zombie?
this table. The finest minds of the century.
I
were
always say
present.
he looks like he turned on like a KitchenAid blender, KitchenAid mixer with all the dry ingredients for something, and then just turned it on full blast.
Effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful
And this,
Christmas
remember when
gift.
I mentioned?
Thank you.
I know you've been drinking, but try to bring it down. Bring it down a little bit. Bring it down a couple notches.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
You're down? I don't know about that.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
I hope this game's fun. I think it'll be better this time around when I play through it.
My lord, I only know the prestige
Destin, have
of
a
your
good sleep
name.
and have a good rest of your
Might I
day.
have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
And right he was too.
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Volner.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Did we just gain?
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
And you, sir?
Show us your teeth.
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier
Got
is
right
never
out of
a
that
good
question.
sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
You sounded really sarcastic with that.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
That's right. Sire can do wonders. Who does not know about that? And right he was too.
Oh, hi, Ka.
I did not know.
Did you get out of work at like 1:30?
And the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis.
Just set in Skyrim?
An agreement for cannons.
Not
Lord
quite.
Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Oh boy.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
I've only just taken over the affair. The agreement will be considered null and void until we've gone through it together. Is that clear?
All right, you seem to know what you're doing. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country,
Mhm.
what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
It's time for Girondin and Montagnard to come together at last and give rise to a
Ooh.
republic worthy of all the spilled blood. Both parties must put an end to their petty quarrels for the good of all.
You must be joking, my friend. Neither side will ever accept the advice of the other. It's simply a lost cause.
And right he was too. My friend.
It's time for Girondin and Montagnard to come together at last and give rise to a republic worthy of all
I
the
feel like that's a wrong answer.
Both parties must put an end to their petty quarrels for the good of all.
You must be joking, my friend. Neither side will ever accept the advice of the other. It's simply a lost
Why'd they
cause.
give me the same choice again?
I think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
It was literally the same response again, basically, so why would they give me
My
it a second
friends,
time?
I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival
Happy New
of
Year,
our
Endless.
host. For the rest, I would like to reassure
Claw,
you
how was
that
work?
Lord Mortimer always has a few
Super
surprising
mega.
projects to
We were just talking about him because
but I can assure you that each
it
and
looks
every
like
one
he
of
took a
us
KitchenAid
has
blender
always benefited
that was just full of flour and
The last
dry
time I
ingredients
came
and
to
just
this
turned it
place,
on full
Lord
blast.
Mortimer offered to help
And
me
he
in
took it
my
all to the
electoral
face.
campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present.
That may be the plot twist.
I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Washington is a very gifted speaker. Leave him for 5 minutes with sworn enemies and he'll convince them to be friends for life.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust
Hopefully that
you'll
makes your
find
Monday a bit
plenty to
easier then,
keep you
Caw.
amused.
Because is there a lot of traffic in town? I filled a lot of shit in this one, I think. If we finish this episode up, which I feel like we're getting somewhat close to the end, they're only like 3 or 4 hours per chapter, I think. I don't know if we'll wrap up earlier, throw something else on the tail end of this episode. I don't want to start another one, obviously. Yeah, it's really bad there. I just want to do it. I always get Starbucks and Panda Express. So see, now you're giving yourself more reasons to go ahead and go to town. And I still do have I do still have pants on.
All right.
That's
Let's recap. Before dinner,
I can
I was
very much
going to
relate to that,
investigate
Call.
my mother's message. I've got to
Like,
find
well,
a place
I
where
do still
all
have
eyes
pants
center.
on. Actually, is the bot even still alive? Probably not. I don't understand why the bot has such issues staying online. Oh, I never booted up to begin with. That would explain it, I guess, wouldn't it? Oh, while I let that boot up. Hmm. This is just taking forever to load. If I do, I feel like I'll probably spend way more than I can afford. My hair cost me more than I was expecting. Coloring your hair and all that's really pricey, isn't it? I've obviously never had it done professionally, but... Come on, little bot. And listen, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with you. I think all the whiskey's got you being a bit belligerent. Half what I paid? Really? 100, jeez. Oh, now it wants to load. Oh yeah, I definitely don't need 2 instances of the bot open. Let's try this one more time. But yeah, like, when my hair was long, someone would recommend, like, oh, you should get, like, some really subtle, like, blonde highlights in it and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I don't have that kind of money. I've never even had it done, and I just know. Holy shit, Koa, that's practically a Switch. That's like 3 Switch games. Like, AAA Switch games. Nails? Yeah. I feel bad going grocery shopping and getting things I want, like some things I want. That's honestly like the only thing I don't even want to say frivolously spend money on, but it's like the only thing I really kind of splurge on is like getting like different food stuff that I want. Like it's nothing even anything that exciting. That's really weird. There we go. Wanted to do this. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. That's the first quote from you? That's true. I don't think we quoted anything else from you, but also,
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
we lost some of the quotes when the bot was stupid and reset, so... I don't think there was any quotes from you, though, Ka.
Circe.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Or from Twitch, that's
my
true.
Son, this sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
All the butterflies. This would be a really awful spot to get drunk and then be sitting in that chair, especially. Thought it was gonna let me walk off. Like yeah, a little bit. It won't let me walk off the edge. But yeah, imagine just someone sitting here and then them passing out and then them roll. Yeah, there's like a very solid chance you'd be going off that ledge. Here comes the. I mean, yeah, gravity is gonna do the work for you at that point. Yeah, I'm clumsy without the help of alcohol.
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe. Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans. The conversion of Ulysses by Gurs. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines. Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked. Carmelite water.
Ooh, that's good
to
know.
That if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
That would be cool. That you wouldn't have to worry the effects of any losing any of your points, your skill points to use.
The only person sizing me up here is that monumental Zeus. It can't be here.
Nope. That's terrifying.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Day and night.
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery.
I had to go out the other side.
Where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured, the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Yeah, except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
You said it was inaccessible, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because we were just in here.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
This looks like it would be the library.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
I think we've reached the gallery. I think.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
I mean, why not? I think the Medusa thing was pretty cool from what... Bingo. From what I remembered. So I think you had to line all these statues.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern?
Oh, I can already hear. I can hear your mind turning already.
I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast.
What?
Let's give them a helping hand.
A painting with no name.
When I see the lantern and the shield, I can't help thinking back to my childhood. Mr. Dorfer, our teacher. As soon as the sun came out, I got a kick out of distracting him with the inkwell by deflecting the light with it. I'd turn it in such a way as to direct a spot of light onto his face, not strong enough to dazzle him, but just enough to annoy him. Hey, what if I tried to annoy the Medusa with the lamp on the shield? Position it just right, and it might work.
So I think this pattern initially was not what we thought it was going to be. trying to remember now what the order on these were. Give it 3 tries before you Google it.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else. The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter.
Just
on
what he
Medusa.
needs.
There's an extra line in the Latin translation. The night light was reflected in the shield and blinded the monster. So the hero with the sword seized the opportunity and cut off its head. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Wait, which one did I just choose? Yeah, holding the lantern. Should be correct. You end up Googling for tattoo ideas. Towards the Medusa. I think I had to put like a light source, an actual light source in between. Maybe? It's not like I can turn the lantern on for the statue. I forgot what it was in this one. Oh, the tattoo ideas thing. Towards the Medusa.
When I see the lantern and the shield, I can't help thinking back to my childhood. Mr. Dorfer, our teacher. As soon as the sun came out, I got a kick out of distracting him with the inkwell by deflecting the light with it. I'd turn it in such a way as to direct a spot of light onto his face, not strong enough to dazzle him, but just enough to annoy him. Hey, what if I tried to annoy the Medusa with the lamp on the shield? Position it just right, and it might work.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
That should be towards the Medusa. That should be...
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Oh, okay, that is something there.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
May have to Google this one again.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Bamboozled. I know we had an issue with this before. We got to it pretty quick, but it was... Whoops.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
A painting with no name.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
I mean, the Medusa's not looking at the guy with the sword, because the one with the shield...
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
But there's something we have to put in between. No idea.
Whoa. Rah! For Pete's sake,
Rah!
Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
I was feeling a bit peckish. I went in search of the kitchen and I ended up here.
Your sense of direction is mind-boggling, isn't it? Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams.
At your service, madam. A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Do you think that can really be Jason's golden fleece?
No, you are aware that Jason and the Argonauts is a myth, aren't you?
But Mortimer's been protecting this hide. It must be of great value, don't you think?
Certainly of historical value. This kind of hide is still
Be my
used by
next
gold diggers, and
ex.
it's in
My
your
god.
Now you see how easy it is to obtain a legend.
Why do you have to act so nonchalant every time I show you something?
Louis, anyone can kill a sheep, rip off its hide, and say it's the Golden Fleece.
We're at Lord Mortimer's, not at some farmyard fair. You're just too skeptical.
And you have a tendency to believe anything. Talk about an unlikely pair.
Yet, you know
Could not
opposites
kill a
attract,
sheep.
don't you?
Same.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
The bot's even
Nothing
up.
Special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind.
Yeah, sure.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
I think this is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet, you're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Ninja, give it a shot now, your command. Alright, cool. Yes. Caesar?
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
Do you find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser.
I'm glad I chose that as an that scenario, because we did not get that, we did not get that response the first time we played through. We did not. Whisper, I'm glad we're not, thinking too differently. My mind went right there, too. I mean...
Something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Probably, but that doesn't mean they weren't stolen.
But Mortimer's signature, it looks genuine.
Maybe he erased the original ones and signed his name instead.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar.
Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Nothing. I have done absolutely nothing for you. No to this, no to that. You ask for proof of trust, but when you get it, you turn a deaf ear. You are defiant, evasive, and paranoid. Go question your own motives. I've done all I can.
All right, fine. There's no point getting on your high horse, you know. So I'm wary, I grant you that. I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. I have nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Ooh.
Pragmatic, intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself. I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
I don't see us as partners for life. You won't owe me anything, you know. It doesn't commit you to anything after all.
All right, you've gone to a lot of trouble. You deserve an answer. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me. But I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is... your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes. You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever.
Muffy.
But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility.
It's a pretty
but up to
cool
now,
game.
I haven't found a trace.
I'm
of
enjoying
either
it
of
so
them.
far more than I did the first time.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
I think that's her sister.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to
I
you
was thinking
right
that was
now.
her sister.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Because remember they both had a pendant that they associated with their sister?
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her...
And they both
for
talked about
sure
a sister.
Emily will wait for me. What should I do? Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this. All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Well, Elizabeth, what was so urgent? For God's sakes, what happened in here?
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance.
What are you having for breakfast,
She tried to
Rushat?
hide right away, but
I
I'm
haven't eaten
sure
yet.
it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night? While she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Home? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
Just one glass.
I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's gone to my head.
It's like, you'll be fine. Just have more. You'll be fine.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
Ooh.
Man, I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night.
Nope.
Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems. Ugh. The second one isn't any easier.
I wouldn't expect it to be.
Do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
Tempting. What do y'all think? What should we be doing here? Take the last drink? Or say it's too much? Doesn't appear to be timed. The fact that that dagger's there is kind of a little off-putting. A little bit. Fuck it.
Come on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
Up an 8. Oh boy. Ninja, have a good sleep. I was just gonna go, ooh, honey. Have a good sleep, Ninja. Intoxicated, you have used 4 consumable items during a single quest or consumed a noxious element. Dialogue timer is no longer visible. Oh.
I feel all dizzy. There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them!
I don't think I did it.
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Oh, this whole ballad is probably green screen down, isn't it?
Elizabeth, do you realize what you're saying?
Of course, Louis. This is what I live every day.
But these spirits, Elizabeth, don't exist. You do realize that. These voices in your head, it's you, in fact.
Oh.
Nobody is speaking to you.
They want me. Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result.
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl? Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
What do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything Sarah put me through, I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her. You see? You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here. I beg you, tell me you believe me.
I'm here, Elizabeth. I'm right here with you. And I do believe you.
Thank you, Louis. You know, despite what people might think, I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm. I guess we got no choice in that one.
My God, Elizabeth, how's this possible?
Welcome to my world, Lil Louie.
Lil
Welcome
Louie.
to my life.
Ugh. Advise you to escape from the island or advise you to stay here. Ugh. I don't like either of them.
Let's not rush into things. You have nothing to fear here. I'm with you. And anyway, my mother's gone missing. You're not in any danger.
That's not what the voices say.
Listen to me. Don't give up. You must resist. And tomorrow, you'll see. Things will be better.
You like my little concoction, don't you? That's rare.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me. But my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
In both. Don't worry, my little Louie. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, man. I feel like puking. I really feel like shit. I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louie. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you.
What is this bitch gonna do to me? Don't touch me! Just leave. If I get up, I'll fall.
This angle is really weird.
Oh, little Louie's tired. Leave everything to me.
Yeah.
Just let go.
Mademoiselle, may I come in?
Oh, shit. Oh! Shit.
My head. I shouldn't have drunk so much.
Sorry, I can't exactly rush up to my feet.
Shit.
Oh, this is gonna look great.
Elizabeth!
Wah, wah, wah. I've got to save points for any of them. Well, so that was the end of... We were actually really close to finishing episode 1 last time. Really close. Really, really close. So obviously we're going to start episode 2.